So this is officially the last video until the labor and delivery. First off, let me say this journey of recording this process all the way from when we were trying to conceive to now is super surreal. super surreal.
So, welcome to Dad Vlog number 1. No, but in all seriousness, we got the Doona.
We succumb to the millennial trend.
We got the Doona, and
okay.
We got the Doona because we're millennials. And no, this one just makes more sense, right?
This makes a lot of sense for our life.
Like, I saw a lady who just gave birth like maybe a week ago walking out the birth center today with the Doona in the car seat version, but she wasn't smart enough to put the wheels down. But we're going to use it for all its capabilities. So how you want to do this? Open it now, make it here, and then
yeah, let's try to
take it to the roof and then build it up there.
No, let's try to build it up here so we can scoot it up there.
Okay.
Or so, wherever we're going. Well, our car is downstairs, so downstairs.
You got to get
close. I guess hold on, show over accessories.
Okay, so we got accessories. We have a cover to protect them from the crazy sun here.
Yeah.
It breathes so that he don't, you know.
Yeah, so he doesn't overheat.
Because
he is being born in the end of spring, beginning of summer.
And we're in Texas.
And then
so what is
that?
It's a fanny pack.
Essentially, it's just a carrier for stuff.
Okay.
Because it doesn't come with one.
Yeah.
So you have to attach it, because this has no type of carrier, storage, or anything.
You know, I didn't know that.
So that's what. So this is why.
Very important.
Well, this is also why we have the other car seat, and I wanted that other stroller, because that other stroller is more of a typical stroller. It has all the bells and whistles and the storage. So when we're going places.
This is just a regular, you know, little quick trip.
This is quick trip.
But if we're going to Disney World, we ain't taking that.
We probably would need to take the other one. Yes.
That thing, hey, that's smooth. Look at that. That's smooth.
It is smooth.
Yeah, you try.
Camera is also about to die, so we're going to switch to the phone. Oh yeah.
Okay, let's do the thing where you make it, you know, it's usable.
So like taking the plastic off, you mean?
Maybe that'll help, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's take the plastic off. Or the bubble wrap. What is that? What does that say? Seatbelt goes into that slot.
Yeah, route seatbelt through here.
Yo, they put this bubble wrap on here strong.
Always rotate. Always installation with a base. Always rotate handle against the seat back. Oh, okay, cool. This thing is
back up, back up. Got a knife and you a balloon. Alright.
Look how snug it is, oh bean butt. You're just gonna be chilling in there. First thoughts. Super padded. Super padded.
Okay. Let's try it again. Nope. There we go.
Ooh.
Boom, boom.
Look at you looking all dad-like and stuff.
Dad-like, you know what I'm saying? As a dad, you gotta do it one-handed, you know.
You
gotta whip him around like that. Hold on, got you. Boop boop, boop boop.
Oh my gosh, I believe.
And then you.
I don't think you could do all that.
Well, I don't know. We got to read the directions.
Okay, so we're going to read directions and practice for a few. The next time you see us, we'll be whipping down the hallway going to the car. Okay, so first we got the base.
This goes to the back.
And that goes to the back.
These little clippy clips, right? Mm-hmm. And you just pull that up on this car anyway. And you make sure that's flat. And you want to just hook that onto there.
And make sure it snaps.
Yep, make sure it snaps. Same thing on the other side. Lock the cars. Then, just like the, seatbelt, pull. Make sure it's flat. Right.
Yeah, that's right.
Then just gonna put it down like such, like that.
Jesus. Okay.
That's not right?
Huh?
Okay, that's a little easier.
Like so.
There we go.
Seems good to go.
A sunshade if we need it.
Yeah.
We always need it.
Yeah, and then we have to find the things. We have these things from when we went camping.
What, lights?
No.
Oh, the shade.
The shades.
Yeah.
So we can put the shades on there too. But yeah. So
yeah. Now it's Mama's time to take it out. Remember? There you go. Just like that.
So for this video, I am sharing what is in my birth center bag, my labor and delivery bag. I packed this bag at between 34 and 35 weeks. I am just a few days shy of 37 weeks. So I wanted to have this bag done so we wouldn't be rushing to do it when we get into red zone time, which technically will be starting in a few days. So I have the suitcase right here, but in the birth center moms group for where we're having the baby, I asked moms what were some things that are kind of like of bringing to the birth center that they forgot to bring, because I want to be as prepared as possible, even though we're only there for a couple hours. But one of the biggest things they said, don't forget your nursing pillow. So this is one of my nursing pillows. I have two, the Boppy original. So I will have that just for extra support while nursing for the first time. So this was a big one that they say don't forget. So I have this sitting on top of the suitcase in the closet. Another thing I have in there are these candles. So these were favors from the baby shower, and it says, on the day I am born, please light this candle and send me a warm wish. It's not focusing, but yeah. So I have 3 of these in the suitcase as well. One for me, one for Darryl, and then one for the birth workers in the room, for us to light during golden hour. So I have 3 of these in here as well. And so I have a couple of these around the house, so that's why I just pulled this one. So as far as what's in the actual bag, okay, so what the midwives recommend is that you put everything in Ziploc bags and label them so that they can go through the bag and just pull out what they need. And I think that is so convenient. So first thing, it's kind of like my toiletry bag. So, you know, just in case I want to, you know, freshen up after going through the trials and tribulations of labor. So I have some deodorant, lotion, face wash with a face sponge, toner, and then I have toothbrush, toothpaste. This was a big one that mom said don't forget. Listerine strips, I have to find those again, but I have Listerine strips to go in here too. And then I know it's crazy, but I have some makeup things, because a lot of moms also said you take a herbal bath afterwards, and you know, if you want your pictures to come out, just to bring, you know, the bare minimal essentials. So packed, I just have some skin tint, primer, powder foundation, a why am I blanking on what this is called? A beauty blender, and eyeliner. And then once we're closer to that, I'll just add what I actually wear every day. So like a contour stick, mascara, brows is a definite, because who knows when I'm getting my eyebrows done again. So I've been filling them in. Concealers, a highlighter, and a regular shade, just in case I don't want to wear the skin tint or the powder foundation. I just have options. And then eye brightener, because my eyes might be looking pretty dark, and brow gel. So depending on how I'm feeling, I might wear some of this, I might wear none of this. But I said it's good to have, and like I said, a lot of the moms suggested it because the herbal bath pictures come out so nice and all of that. And I want to be fresh. I'm going to be sweating like crazy. So just being able to have some deodorant, some lotion, some a toothbrush and all that is very essential. So that's that bag. And then I have olive oil. So they tell you to bring olive oil because it helps to blend the vernix into the baby's skin. The vernix is that white cheesy stuff that comes out on their skin. Some babies have more, some babies have less, especially depending on when you're giving birth. If you're giving birth later full term, they don't have as much, but if you're giving birth, like if I give birth like next week, you'd probably have more. But this just helps it to rub into the skin, because it helps them. It has a lot of antimicrobial properties in it, so it just helps their skin to adjust to the outside world. And you know, hospitals tend to wipe that off, when really they should just be rubbing it into their skin, because it all dissolves into their skin within a day or so. So the olive oil helps with that. We also have the olive oil so that we'll be able to anoint him once he comes out. Darryl will be able to anoint him and pray over him and all that good stuff. So that's what the olive oil is for. And then I have the Silverette nursing cups. So I actually found these from an IBCLC I follow on Instagram, Rue. She talks about the Silverette cups. So they help your nursing nipples using the healing properties of silver. So silver also has antimicrobial properties, all that great stuff. So you just stick the cups on your nips, take them off while you're feeding, and it's essentially better than nipple cream. So since he'll be latching for the first time, we might not have a great latch and all of that. I'm just bringing these to soothe and protect my nipples. Again, the Silverette cups. I can put the link in the description if you want to learn more about that. And then in this top part, I have a robe and slippers. That was another suggestion from moms, just so you have multiple options of being comfortable after birth and even during labor. The slippers definitely, because there's hardwood floors in the birth center, so to keep my feet nice and comfortable, I have slippers. Then I have liquid IV packs and vitamin C packs, just to make sure I'm keeping up with my electrolytes. So I also have a labor aid drink mix from Pink Stork it's like really good fruit veggie and electrolyte blend, so I'll have that in here as well, just to make sure I have drinking options. You know, drinking my water is crucial, so this is just a way for me to flavor them and make sure I'm getting the electrolytes. Then I have a fan, which I've seen in a ton of videos and Instagram posts is important. And even if you watch birth videos, you'll see like the doula fanning the mom or the dad fanning the mom. So I just got this stroller fan instead, because we can also put it on his stroller once he's here, since he's being born in the springtime. Then in here, I have cold therapy socks. They just look like this, non-slip bottom. The ice packs are obviously in the freezer, so we'll grab those before we leave. And this is just because I get really hot, especially when I'm nauseous and all of that. So this is just a way to also help me cool down besides the fan. When I'm not in the tub, we just slip the ice packs and the socks in the front and the back. These are really also, I got them also for postpartum, because of like night sweats and all the random sweating and things that you do postpartum. You can also use these as hot therapy socks too, for pain and all that, but I'll probably tend to use them more for cold therapy. Speaking of hot, I also have my heating pad in here. Once again, just to help as another pain maneuver, non-medicated pain maneuver, pain management, I mean. So, heating pad. Okay, now going into the clothes. So, this is my pads and Depends bag. So I have 3 Always Discreet adult diapers and 4 pads, just because I have no idea how many I'm gonna need. So this is that. Then I have my change of clothes for home. So I found these shorts from Target. that are so comfortable. I wear the other pair all the time. They're just knit shorts. I got them a size bigger. I have a silk pajama shirt and a nursing bra to come home, and everything's really loose. And I'll obviously have on one of those always discreet undies and a pad too. So I wanted to make sure that the clothing was really comfortable. Next bag is Darryl's bag. So he has swim trunks in here, and he just has to include his change of clothes. So the swim trunks is for if he's going to get in the pool with me. I know he's not going to get in when I'm laboring, but he may get in the herbal bath. So that's what the swim trunks are for. And then he'll obviously have his clothes that he goes to the birth center in. They might get messed up. Birth is messy. We really don't know how this is about to go. So he'll also have a change of clothes in here too. Next, I have my Hakas. If you're unfamiliar with Hakas, it's a silicone manual breast pump. Silicone manual breast pump that looks like this. And sometimes with the breast pumps, it helps with inducing labor or kind of getting labor speeding along. My electric pump I won't have until like May 10th. And I'm trying not to use that one for a while. I want to just rely on these Haka pumps and the Haka ladybugs, which I have in the room. I'll share those in my postpartum caddy and breastfeeding caddy video. But these, yep, they're just silicone, and you don't have to pump them. It kind of, the suction does it itself. So I'm bringing these just in case. Also, with the Silverette cups and these, say he's not latching that great, we'll still be able to feed him. Like the Silverette cup, they can just slurp the colostrum out of. But the Haka, we can also kind of give him drops of colostrum from as well if he's not latching that great. So always having an option there. Okay, I also have extra labor gear. So what I'm wearing to the birth center is just some maternity biker shorts and a t-shirt, obviously an always discreet underwear, and a nursing bra. But in here I have extra labor gear, so I just have an extra bra and a labor gown. Once again, I could be in and out of the tub, I could be walking outside, coming back in, just having more clothing options because it can get very messy, very sweaty, all of that. So it's always good to have the options. Now for the baby, these are his bags. So this bag has 2 newborn diapers, wipes, and then 2 receiving blankets are in here for him. And then in this one, I found this cute sign on Amazon. It says hello world, and then name, date, time, height, and weight. And we played a game at the baby shower where people predicted all these things, so it'll be great to see who's right, if anyone is right. And then we'll take his first little pictures with that next to him. And then we have little socks and a hat, a sleeper. It's so small. And a onesie. As you can see, this is an Avengers onesie by my friend. My friend Morgan bought it for him. So the 3-month onesie. But his dada also got him onesies made. So depending on the size, we might just wear that one instead because it has his name on it. What does it look like? Something is on my shirt. Oh no, that's just the camera. Okay. So yeah. These are his clothes. They said to bring a onesie and a sleeper and a hat, I guess depending on the day and the weather, and we're in Dallas, so who knows what late April, early May weather might look like. Oh, and the marker to fill this out. So that is what's in our labor and delivery birth center bag. Like I said, the only thing I need to add are the makeup that I tend to wear every day, which is super light coverage. That, so I have the option, and then our snacks. So for our snack bag, we'll have our waters, our gallon jugs, some like trail mixes and nuts and stuff like that. I want to take Uncrustable, peanut butter and jellies, chips, then like some candy, and then we'll also have my labor soup. So the soup is what you eat after. It's super warm, so it helps with healing. Has meat in it, veggies, broth, all that great stuff. So we'll have that, and then my cold therapy socks, the ice packs that goes in those. So that will be a separate bag that's temperature controlled. That'll be there. But besides that, that's everything in the bag, in the suitcase. So we're packed, we're ready to go. This bag just sits in our guest room closet so that it can just be wheeled out when it's done. And I just realized I forgot to talk about one last thing that I'm taking to the birth center, and that is actually a snack box for my birth team. So I'll have my midwife there, a midwife assistant, my doula, and our birth videographer, for 4 people. And I wanted to just put together a little snack pack for them, just to show our appreciation, our thank you. Who knows how long we're going to be there, and they can get very hungry too. So aside from the snacks and all that we'll have, we have some for them. 100 calories each. They're very energizing, healthy, and that's most important, because not only is birth a marathon for me, it's a marathon for everyone else. So yeah, we just made this little snack pack to take with us to show our appreciation for our birth workers. Show appreciation to your birth workers, whether you're giving birth in the hospital, birth center, home, and you'll have your birth team coming to you. Just I think it's a good touch to just put something together for them to show that you're thinking about them and you appreciate them.
That mars our own self-concept and our identity.
Is he enjoying his Easter?
Just press it down.
Enjoying his
Keep
Easter?
pressing it down.
He very much is enjoying his Easter. He said he got up,
That's why
and he been going crazy ever since.
After
He know the Lord.
when I say the letdown, I am leaving it open-ended. So
But he's doing a bit of too much for me. It's a lot of movement happening
Where I
today.
say the term letdown.
From the start of the morning, he was ready. He woke up
I have some
ready.
signals with my family that mean things when we're in public.
So
And for the rest of our time today, you are my family.
he is
This
his
gonna
dead-ass
be our
child.
secret signal to each other. When I say letdown, you put the one in there that you don't talk about.
All right. All right, so we're at 38 weeks. We are 38 weeks. So in this video, and I have my phone for my notes, I wanted to talk about, you know, how I'm feeling and how I'm preparing for labor and delivery. And so I want to talk about the, like, how I'm preparing mentally, physically, you know, spiritually, all that jazz. So first, how I'm feeling. Tired. I'm very tired. My body feels very worn down, like almost like my head and my body are in like the same place. My body is tired. My mind feels great. Like I'm having a lot of hip pain right now, especially like my left hip. I'm like limping right now because out of nowhere, like 2 hours ago, I guess it's like my sciatic nerve or something. Yeah. So that hurts. I've been having some contractions in my back, so that hasn't been fun. Speaking of contractions, they've been revving themselves up the last few days. So we've been keeping a counter and all of that. So physically, yeah, my body is at that point where it wants little Bean Butt out. Bean Butt is chilling. He is reacting to my contractions now though. Like I'll have a contraction and as soon as it's over, he'll start moving. Like I said before, his head is down. We'll know in 2 hours how far down. I have an appointment. So yeah, but mentally I'm in a great place. I am so excited to meet him. It's been getting very much more realistic the last few days. Like, oh shoot, he's coming. So mentally I'm in a great place. I've been listening to my birth affirmations, like the hypnobirthing tracks that I found, my playlist, just, you know, keeping my mind at ease, that it to the point where it made me fall asleep. I was listening to one Christian hypnobirthing track yesterday and it literally put me to sleep for a nap instantly. So they're definitely working. Spiritually, like I said, I'm listening to a lot of Christian hypnobirthing, so just like scripture is being reiterated and I'm praying always like for the Lord's will to be done. I pray that he makes his presence known in this labor and delivery, and that he just gives me peace, he gives me joy no matter the pain. You know, just standing on those faith foundations, knowing that he said he'll never leave me nor forsake me nor my child. So just, you know, putting that all in. I've also been doing what my midwives prescribes, which is just laying in the bed, binging Netflix. I watched season 2 of Bridgerton again. I'm actually reading the Bridgerton books too. So just doing a lot of rest, a lot of relaxation, a lot of breathing techniques. I'm seeing my body naturally doing things. So because he's still at a negative station in my pelvis when I'm having a contraction, I'm naturally just like doing circles, opening my legs to get him to go into the inlet of my pelvis. All that is truly innate. Like the video said, when it comes to station of baby, your body will know how to move. So my body's been moving like that. So that's how I am feeling. Now, how I'm preparing. So physically, how I'm preparing. So my birth ball. My birth ball has been my best friend. I'm on it every day. It takes so much pressure off of my back and off of my hips. So I'll do the movements that I've been told to do on my birth ball. Also stretching has been helping a lot. Practicing breathing techniques. Chiro, so I go to the chiropractor every week now. Prenatal massages, all of that. Epsom salt baths have been amazing. I was in the bath forever yesterday. I know you're not supposed to stay in the bath that long, Epsom salt baths, but like I was just in so much pain yesterday and the water just felt so good. And because I want to labor in the water, I wanted to get used to having contractions in the water and all of that. So that bath was lovely, and it definitely helped my mental as well. Also, just making sure I'm having a good balance between movement and rest, and movement that encourages his positioning. So like different stretching, squatting, lunging, and I can only do so much of that because I have terrible knees. Repetitive injuries have gotten the best of me, but I do what I can. Cat-cow stretching, hip circles, figure eights, all of that. Can't really do child's pose and all that as much because my belly has dropped so low, but just intentional movements. And so physically, that's what I've been doing for like body preparation. Mentally and emotionally, listening to my birth playlist has really helped because it puts me in my space. So for my birth playlist, I'll actually put the link in the description as well. I made it on Spotify. I want to make it public. I have hypnobirthing tracks, affirmation tracks, and a whole lot of worship music. So like Maverick City, Elevation are the primary two that are on there. I have some William Murphy on there. And then I also just have meditation tracks, so no words, just music. So listening to that really helps me and puts me in a good space. And just like my doula, Micah, said to just, you know, talking to Kingsley, affirming Kingsley, affirming that he knows exactly what he's doing, and all of that has really helped me too. Just talking to him, making it realistic. And he's moving so much, but I'm also really into now with his sleep and wake pattern. So like he'll not move for a moment of time, and then he'll start moving for a while, and then he's kind of up sleep. Similar to I guess how his pattern will probably be when he comes out. So just really getting in tune with him, asking him, you know, what he needs me to do, because, you know, my body and him, they'll be in sync. They'll know what to do. But up here, I'm the third wheel. So just telling my body and telling him, you know, what do you need me to do? What movement do you need me to do? What rest do you need me to do? What food do I need to eat? You know, all of that. And so also, supplement wise, so they start us on a 36-week plan. Oh wait, a contraction's coming. Okay. And this one is pretty mild, so good to go. But I always want to focus and make sure it's an actual contraction first before I text Darryl to put it into the tracker. But yeah, so they put you on a 36-week protocol, and that's basically just when you can start to prep your body for labor and help it out. There's only about 2 ways that you can pretty much induce labor, like nipple stimulation and sex. Hey, bean butt. Is how you can induce labor. These methods do not induce labor. They just help your cervix, help your uterus once you're in labor, to hopefully progress labor quicker and help with recovery. So what I've been doing, red raspberry leaf tea. So I started red raspberry leaf tea like at 29 weeks. I try to drink a cup or 2 a day. I've been using the Pink Stork Labor Prep Tea. I'm gonna say a lot of supplements and a lot of Pink Stork products, so I'll put them in the description. So the Labor Prep Red Raspberry Leaf Tea, evening primrose oil, 1,000 milligrams. I take a pill in the morning and a pill at night. That helps with the softening of the cervix. red raspberry leaf tea helps with the toning of the uterus. So for instance, like, you know, you have to work your muscles to, if you're going to be lifting weights or running a marathon, you have to prep your muscles. The red raspberry leaf tea essentially helps to prep and prime your uterus for all of the contracting that it will be doing. I also have been taking the Pink Stork labor prep pills, that they also have the powdered versions of evening primrose oil and red raspberry leaf in it as well. And just from reviews, I saw that a lot of women said the pills definitely may have contributed to how quick their labors went. So I've been taking that 6 dates a day. So dates help with oxytocin, and oxytocin is what kickstarts labor and helps labor progress, and also helps with your, essentially your mood, the euphoric mood through labor. So dates have been found to help with the oxytocin receptors. So I eat 6 dates a day, which is very hard. I have the no sugar added ones from Whole Foods, but they're still kind of like really sweet to me, so it's like really hard to eat them. Like I said, my birth ball, and I'll be on that birth ball even when I'm not pregnant, because it's just a great way to have a lot of low impact movement throughout the day. And because he is so used to being bounced on the ball is definitely gonna be my go-to with him when he's fussy. So perineum massage. So I've done perineum massage a few times. I don't do it every day because, like you said, you don't overwork your muscles every day. You give your muscles time to weave itself, and you know, all of that. So if you're not sure what perineum massage is, your perineum muscles are essentially the muscles in your vagina, as if you're going back towards your anus. So if you put your finger in your vagina and you kind of do this motion, that's your perineal muscles. And so it's anecdotal, it's not quite evidence-based, that if you do perineum massage, it can help with the stretching of the muscle, because that's what stretches once baby's head begins to crown, and that's where you tear if you're going to tear. So the massage kind of helps to prep and prime the muscles. So I do that every few days. I can feel a difference. They are still tight, but they aren't as tight. So yeah, that as well. There's a homeopathic pill trio that they have us take. That just also helps with the cervix and the uterus. You switch through each pills every day. Some other things that will be implemented, obviously sex is pretty much what jumpstarts labor for most people. So yes, still sex. And then I'll be able to add peppermint into my prenatal massages. Peppermint is known to kind of induce those like endorphins too. So if I do not have him on Monday by 4 o'clock, I will be going to my next prenatal massage, and she will be adding peppermint essential oil to it, since we are in the clear. Oh, okay, and one other thing that was also part of the protocol was stopping my omega-3. I take a separate omega-3. Omega-3s are blood thinners. So they have us stopping taking those at 36 weeks. And you start them up again after you have the baby. Now, as far as my supplements go, so I'm still doing my prenatal vitamins. I do the 1-a-day prenatal. I take the 1-a-day prenatal plus the 1-a-day choline, magnesium, lysine, and then I'm taking like the labor prep pills. Like I said, the evening primrose oil is included. And then, but at postnatal, until my 1-a-days run out, I'll still be taking the 1-a-days. Then I'll be switching to the Pink Stork postnatal, as well as their hair gummies and their mood support gummies. I'll be taking my placenta pills as well. Oh, I also take a probiotic, and that's from Mary Ruth. It's the prenatal probiotic. I'll be switching to the postnatal probiotic. Still taking my magnesium, still taking my omega-3, and still taking my lysine. And so that's kind of, I guess, my supplements, prenatal and postnatal. And why it's so important postnatal to keep up with the regimen is, one, postpartum hair loss is a no, but mood, hormone balancing. So my first trimester, if you go back and watch that video from, I think, like when I was 10 weeks or whatever, or 9 weeks or something like that, and I was just sitting on the floor crying, talking, because I was in the thick of perinatal depression. So knowing that that is a high reality for me, I want to make sure I'm on the right regimen. So the postnatal, which will also help with lactation, the mood support, then the hair gummies will obviously help to add that extra biotin. Oh, I also said collagen as well, so I didn't say that. So, and I'll still be taking the collagen. So all of that together, with the placenta pills, I'll have pieces of my placenta to put in a smoothie, and a placenta tincture, which like never expires, so I can take that whenever as well, just to help in my recovery, to help with breastfeeding, to help postpartum hair loss, and all of that. So that is what I am doing to prepare myself for labor and delivery, and I guess now you can say postpartum. I'm gonna go further in depth in the next video on how I'm preparing for postpartum, specifically in breastfeeding, and show what I have in my bedside caddies and my postpartum caddy. So we can catch that in. So this is officially the last video until the labor and delivery video. First off, let me say this journey of recording this process all the way from when we were trying to conceive to now is super surreal. super surreal. So thank you for following this journey. Thank you for subscribing to our channel in the meantime. I'm excited to share, you know, the labor and delivery video, postpartum stuff, which I'm not giving myself any rush to do all of that. Of course, because this is recorded so far in advance, you'll be able to see everything, you know, in a perfect timeline. But as far as recording goes, I really want to give myself grace and give myself time to bond with my son, to bond with my husband, and just enjoy postpartum. This video is what's in my postpartum caddy, what's in my breastfeeding bedside caddy, and how I'm preparing for postpartum. So let's record the last part first. So how we are preparing for postpartum and our postpartum plan. So as I've mentioned before, I had perinatal depression and the first trimester. And so I just wanted to make sure that we were setting ourselves up the best way we could, knowing that. So family help is number one. So my grandmother, my mother, my mother-in-law will be coming into town on different weeks. About 2 weeks or so after I give birth, 2 to 3 weeks, depending on when we go into labor and all of that, they'll be coming. We wanted to give ourselves at least 2 weeks to just bond as a family before we had extended family come in, which I think is very important. So family help. My grandmother will be here for a week, and then that next week my mother is coming up for a week, and then about 2 weeks later my mother-in-law will be coming into town to help us. The next thing is a cleaning service. So as I was just going more and more in my pregnancy, keeping up with cleaning and all of that has been the bane of my existence. I'm too tired and all of that jazz. So we have a cleaning service. She comes 2 times a week. She's amazing, and she'll be continuing that for indefinitely. So that takes a lot of stress and weight off of us. We very much thrive in a clean space, and so we have help with that. Next up, meal prep delivery service. So we have tried a bunch of meal prep delivery services, and for most of them we would like them for like a week and then we get pretty bored. I think we have finally found the 2 that we'll like. Front Porch Pantry, which is here in North Dallas, and then the other one, I cannot think of the name, but I will post it in the description. was pretty good. We had them this week. So they pretty much help with lunch and dinner. And we're thinking of kind of just prepping breakfast. But that has helped us a ton. The meal prep service, the food comes cooked. All we have to do is heat it up. I aspire to a soft life. Homemaking does not have to be difficult. So, meal prep service. The next thing, so my birth doula and midwife. So the great thing about Origins is they come to your house within 72 hours of birth. So you see them within 72 hours, and again at 2 weeks, and again at 4 weeks, and then again at 6 weeks. So they're very much involved in your immediate postpartum. And like I said, that first visit, they come to you. They prefer to come to you, I think, the second week as well. So that's really great. And they're taking care of me and taking care of Kingsley. And then my birth doula, Micah, will also be coming within the first 48 hours to help us. She does 2 visits, so it'll probably be within the first 48 hours, and then maybe also at a week or 2 weeks as well. So she is involved in immediate postpartum with emotional support, breastfeeding support, all of that. Speaking of, also got a postpartum doula. So a postpartum doula is one that provides that physical, emotional, mental support in the postpartum phase. So she'll like help us with meal prep, she'll help with baby care, she'll wash clothes for me and Kingsley, you know, she'll do any meal prep we might need, any errands we might need ran. So we'll be starting with her at 4 weeks postpartum, probably about 2 to 3 times a week. And then we have our church small group. So as you obviously know, we just moved to Dallas last June, so we don't really know that many people, but we did join a couple small group, and they're awesome, and they've offered to help us in whatever ways we need. So that is the gist of our postpartum plan. I feel really good about it. I was really worried and wanted to make sure everything was put together, and it is. So the next clip you'll see is me sharing what's in my postpartum caddy and what's in my breastfeeding caddy.